Today on the Lead On, I want to be doing a DMD chip replacement inside of this Panasonic Conference projector model PT-D5500U. It's a pretty large projector, but pretty easy to get inside of. There are 8 screws on this top piece of plastic that need to be undone, and that will lift off like that. There will also be a back vent cover with 1 screw that needs to be taken out, and then 8 more screws on the top, which will allow you to gain access onto the inside, so we can monkey around with that. Let's take the cover off. So this whole cover just carefully lifts off like that. And there's the inside. So the DLP chip is right here. And we can get to work on that. So the first thing I'm going to remove is this main board right here, and before that I'm going to mark the matching connectors like these two and these two, a couple of other ones, just to make sure they don't get mixed up. I'm going to use a permanent marker for that, so go ahead and mark those just like that. Let's see, any other ones? So yeah, these two. And those are different. That's cool. These two. All right. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect all that. Now I want the main board taken out because it's going to make working on this whole unit a lot easier in the long run. It's going to give me more room and I don't have to worry about shorting out the main board as I work on the unit. Do this ground right here. There we go. And I'm going to try to keep those wires in their positions as much as possible. But if you're doing this for the first time or inexperienced with taking apart projectors like this, I highly recommend that you label the stuff and you take pictures. When working on electronics, always pays to take pictures. Alright, one more wire to free up, which is the one that goes to the DMD daughter board. So, go and do that. Alright, and let's see if that lifts up. Nope, it's also screwed into the side, which I hate. So there's little screws here, little standoffs holding things like the HDMI, the VGA, and some serial stuff on the side. So I have to rotate that and handle those. Fun stuff. These are always the worst. Oh wait, somebody was thinking. I like it when people think. There are screws and this whole thing lifts off. It's gonna make things a whole lot easier. What am I missing? Well, that didn't help very much. Oh, what's holding that in? Never forcibly remove something if it's to be repaired. Alright, I'm going to undo the 4 screws that are holding the plastic bracket on. So these 2 and 2 more on the other side. And we'll see if that's hiding any other screws holding the internal metal bracket on. What are you hiding? Tell me your secrets. Oh, okay. So, remove this. There are a couple more screws underneath here. So I'm assuming once those are undone, that whole assembly will lift right off. Yep. So that's how to remove the main board. It's a pretty busy board. And we'll put that in the anti-static area. And we'll look at how to possibly remove this, because the DMD daughter board on the inside is our main objective. So we have to see how knitted all of this optical stuff is. Looks like there's a couple of screws holding the assembly down, so I'm going to start in with undoing those screws. Actually, I'm going to see about removing the hardware here. Get this cable harness up and out of the way. And now with this area here, so it looks like we have a heat block of some sort here. Could be the igniter. So this will probably need to be removed. Let's see. What is that connected to? Yeah. Okay, so there's the color wheel. So this optic right here spins around and gives you the colors of light that are sent to the DMD chip. The lamps are behind there. So inside of this area, we're going to see some mirrors and possibly a lens or two. That is going to be for sending the colored light to the DMD. So we're going to get into that, remove that section so we can hopefully pull the whole lens unit right out as one piece and work on it. So it'll be a lot easier. Luckily, a lot of the screws in here are the same size and type, so that'll make for easy organizing. I love it when the company uses all the same screws. Makes things so much easier. Alright, so there's a first surface mirror right there. So the color light comes through here, the lens. It gets bounced off the mirror here. And then there's another lens right here on the inside. And then the light gets sent to the DMD. And the DMD is that little chip that controls the amount of brightness that is reflected per each color channel. So let's completely remove this lens assembly. Hopefully that'll wiggle out pretty easy. I lied. No, that's all part of the same unit. Okay, so we're going to ignore this bit. See if we can pull the lens unit out without removing that. It does look like that this is a separate piece, so it should come out pretty easily. See, that's attached there. That needs to go. And there's a couple of screws underneath. Let's see if I can get a better angle at that. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to remove the full lens assembly off the front. Looks like there's only a couple of screws holding that whole assembly down on the base. So, let's see if that is possible. Other side. Okay. Let's see. Yes, okay, so that whole assembly is now freed. So I'm going to disconnect the cable up here, which is the power for the DMD daughter board. I'm going to try to rotate this out. Steady, steady. Nope, looks like I'm going to have to remove some of this. It does not want to rotate around this metal shielding here. Let's try again real quick. Yup. Gotta pivot this way. So, see about this shield. That's quite a bit of stuff to remove. Is there an easier way? Which way do I want to go? Help me out. Do I want to remove that assembly, or yeah, still think this is going to be my best bet though. I don't want to remove the whole power supply shielding and the what looks to be fluid cooling routes. Yeah, so here it gets pretty bit more complicated. So there are what looks to be fluid lines and a little fluid pump right there. And I don't want to necessarily mess with all of that fluid line in there. So I'm trying to get this section here off. See if I can rotate that out. It's going to be a bit tricky, I think. It's going to be a bit tricky indeed. This wasn't in the way though. That'd be great. I just don't know how that comes apart. Yeah. Nope. I'd rather go for removing the power supply. Oh, that is going to involve removing the whole thing, isn't it? Alright, alright. I'm not a fan. Hey, come back here. Alright, what is holding you in? One more screw. Yes. Always another screw. That's quite a nice power supply though. Alright, with the shroud out of the way, let's go and try to re-pivot the whole lens assembly and get the DMD replaced. Let's try again. Oh, that fan might be blocking it still. And that pump is not helping the matter. But I don't wanna. All this work for one chip. One chip, that's it. One chip. Just one chip. Alright, we're going to be very careful with those liquid lines. And I'm going to move the pump as well. Nice little radiator though. Very nice little radiator. Alright, I'm going to be very careful with that pump and those liquid lines. Assuming that those are liquid lines. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Disconnect that. That's disconnected. And it's free. Free. Oh, well, that complicates things. The pump is to cool down the DMD. Interesting. It's a liquid cooled DMD. First time seeing that. Alright, well, with that whole section removed, I'm going to get this out of the way, and we can go to working on the DMD. Alright, we're at the point where I hope I don't end up getting a puddle on my desk. I'm going to remove this water block from the back of the DMD board, and hopefully it'll be alright. I don't want to flex those hoses too much. Alright, next screw is going to tell us everything I need to know. And if I require some napkins. Oh, looks good. Carefully pull the water block off. Just like that. And there's the back of the DMD. Compare numbers, make sure all right DMD is here. Now, let's see. Looks close. I didn't order the DMD. I have no responsibility on that whatsoever. Yeah, looks good. Looks real good. So the reason why I am replacing this DMD is because there is laser damage. And it wasn't laser damage from one of my lasers. Means this is a paying job. See if I can get you a close-up of what that laser damage looks like. You can see it right there. Let's see, over here in this area, you'll see the marks. Yeah, that DMD's toast. Alright, I'm going to clean up the new DMD, get that installed in. Looks like it'll work just fine. You can see there's some dirt from handling the DMD. Let's see. So we're going to clean off that window with some alcohol. Now get ready to install it. Okay, cool. Now there's a big hole and a little hole. Those need to be lined up when the DMD is inserted. Oh, little hole looks to be here. Big hole looks to be down there. So I'm going to put it in that way. Just like that. And I'm going to get the board back on. So those contacts need to line up. They look good. Just to make sure, I'm going to wash those contacts off as well. Okay. And let that dry off a little bit, and we'll put it back on the lens assembly. Okay, so I'll line it up just like that. We'll put the back clamp back on. Wrong screwdriver. Okay. And then we'll put the little heat pump unit back on, or heat block. Which way did this go around again? Let's see, that is so that way. Delicious. Goofy magnetized screwdriver. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Okay, that looks better. This goes to, I know something was connected. That's why we take pictures. Lots of pictures. Yeah, maybe not. Thought that was connected to the DMD board, but doesn't look like it. Anyways, let's get this back together and in the projector. And that's the hard part. Taking things apart, easy part. Putting things back together, not so easy part. I can do it. Alright, now we very carefully re-navigate the whole entire lens assembly back into the projector, along with the liquid radiator system. So let's go ahead and do that. Very carefully slide the lens into the proper position. And watch out for wires so you don't clip them. Okay, perfect. And let's get this hopefully back to where it was. Pump, radiator, looks good. Cool. Alright, I'm going to start screwing things back together now. Maybe we don't have to worry about them flopping around in the wind. And now that we can go ahead and start connecting things again. Sounds like a plan of action to me. And always take your time while doing something like this. There are tons of parts in these, and it pays to pay attention and work at a comfortable pace. Okay. Well, wasn't as hard as the Christie projector. Things are pretty accessible. Let's see. Does this go? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's just perfect. This is a really nice projector to work on, actually. No complaints. Cool. Let's see, is that wire supposed to go through there? There we go. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Some would consider this therapeutic. I am one of those. Okay. Over to this side, we're gonna remount the pump back in. Oh, I forgot that little guard. Stupid, stupid, stupid. A very important, necessary guard for, I'm sure, reasons. Most critical component, a plastic guard. That plastic guard. Alright, well, that's in. Alright, now onto the pump and the rest of the lens assembly. I'm going to screw that all together and make sure that that's seated correctly. Okay.
see, what was the orientation of this little bugger? Like that. Okay, got it. Over here. And a little plastic cover. Oh, that's part of the shroud. Okay, cool. Grab that. Much important significance. Very special part. Plastic screws. I need plastic screws. And then the other side. Let's see. Oops. Also a plastic screw. Ah, goopy wire. Get out of there. Alright, I think it's time for me to take a break and look over all of the videos that I took so far. And yeah. Now all I have to do is everything I've done earlier, except backwards. So starting with the metal shroud for the power supply assembly. I'm going to put that on and make sure all the wires are out of the way. Looks good, feels good. Start putting in screws. I'd say we're about 30 minutes from turning this on, seeing if it works. I see it. Goofy ways. Let's see, what else? Good. Good. Uh-huh. Ah, why are you biting me? Stupid little plastic nub. There we go.
Alright. Cool. Double check all of that again. Make sure all the screws are in. And they look like they're in the right position, so everything looks good at this moment. So it's time to put the main board back in. Again, making sure that all the wires are freed up. With access to them all. Looks like it. Set that in where it needs to be. Well, I gotta unscrew that one. There we go. Ah, it's on me. Get it off. Get it off. That's for that guy. That's for that one. Yes. I'm thinking so. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. Oops, over to here. And now I'm going to start plugging in the majority of the connectors just to make sure that everything is accounted for. Goes the connection to the DMD daughter board. That's here, I believe. All black one. All black one. All black one. Hey, I didn't color that all black. Maybe I did. It fits. It's gonna go in. I'll double check that. But that does look right. Let's see, this one goes over to here. Oh, okay, all of them are labeled on the board too. That's nice. A27. I have no idea if that's A27 anymore. 61. No label. Another fan controlled plug. This bugger. A10. 16. I don't see a 16, A9. Some of these aren't labeled properly. A10 and A16. A6, A7. A34, A26. A9, A21, 22, 25. 61. Yeah, gotta go there. Gotta. See. Stuff for the lens assembly. Link. 822. Yeah, this one isn't even labeled. See? That's why I make my own labels. Alright, we got a few more connectors now. That one goes to that one. Okay. That one does go over to here. That one goes over to here. That one goes here. Yep, that looks good. Got one more to plug in over here on the corner. We're gonna find that wire and see where it is. A couple more wires, yeah. Can't escape me. One more connection. One more connection. Use my human eyeball for visual detection. Where'd you go, Dave? Yeah, here we go. Alright, finished screwing down the main board, and then I'm going to recheck my connections, and we'll go ahead and fire it up. But everything looks fine. That's the first step to things going horribly wrong. Put the side plastic panel back on. Actually, before that, check and make sure that all of the screws for holding that piece of metal is on. Yep. Okay. Okay, everything looks all put back together. I don't see anything that's missing. I'm going to recheck all of my wires to make sure that everything is in the right spot with pictures that I took before, but it all looks properly assembled, and I think it's going to fire right up if the DMD is good. So at this point, I've rechecked all my wiring and it looks fine. So I think it's time to put the cover back on and see if it works. So let's give this a try. Carefully put the top cover back on. Make sure I'm not snagging any wires. You can do it. Go on. Go on. Looks good. I'm gonna put the back filter cover on. While I find some filter material I can put in there for my friend / customer. Okay. I think we're ready to see if this is gonna work. Right. Power cord. Let's plug it in and knock on some wood. Okay. On. Looks good. On. 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 Hey, fan spin. We know how much we love fan spin. Will we get an output image? Let's watch it together. The moment of truth. Will something come out of the lens that isn't smoke? Let's find out together. We're waiting. We're waiting. Still don't smell burning. That's good. Come on, image. Image. No lights. I don't know if that's a good sign. Let's see what happens. Go ahead, press some buttons. Hey. Oh, hey. Button pressing worked. Uh-oh. I saw something. Can't hide from me. Menu. Hey. Cool. Awesome. That looks like it works just fine. Although mighty blurry. But it does work. Now that the projector is fully put back together, I'm going to go through the built-in test patterns and check to see if there's any bad pixels in the new DMD. So go do that. Everything looks to be working perfectly. I don't see any bad pixels at all. Well, if you're repairing your own Panasonic PT-D5500U projector, I hope this video has helped. Otherwise, I just in general hope you enjoyed it. And as always, stay tuned for more.